Ahoy! As it has been requested by so many of you, the Gear Showcase of 2019 is here. I'll try to make it a bit more entertaining than the last few times with some gameplay footage as well. Before we begin, I'd like to emphasize that I've never spent a single penny of real money on this game. All of this is the result of playing for free. I started playing actively when I created this YouTube channel roughly 5 years ago, and that was about the time I became the Guildmaster of the guild currently known as Back to Basics. This character has been changed to Force Archer a while ago, but it turned out that's just not really my style, so I changed it back to Wizard, and am currently quite satisfied with it. Alright, that's about it for the short introduction. Let the showcase begin. This amulet is actually still the same. The best one I've found in about 3000 runs worth of Awakened Hazardous Valley, and since Chaos Upgrade for amulet is so risky and so expensive, I still haven't tried that. Actually waiting for some event where we get seals with those, so maybe in the future. The rings, well, I don't think there's anything special about those. Mazos ring is still pretty damn far from me, and +4 grade rings are just not worth it yet. Also, there's another critical ring to replace the Ring of Luck for when Aura is active. I decided to go with the old school so-called 40/7 helmet, which is actually 48/8 in my case since the update that changed those stats. Mostly because I'm a dungeon-oriented player, so it's not really worth getting amp. The bike still remains the same one as last year. It's useful for additional critical rate and remote warehouse access and defense rate. And no, I'm not going to try Extreme Upgrade 3. I'd sooner replace the entire bike than do that. Nothing special about the epaulet, I suppose. Neither the belt nor the carnelian. I bought the belt as it is, and a couple of years ago when we received a bunch of Chaos Safeguards, I upgraded the carnelian to +15 myself. Then, seeing the success rate after that, I sold it and bought a higher instead. This orb is the latest addition to my set, and also the very first item I possess with Extreme Upgrade 4. Needless to say, I bought it as it is, with even Extreme 3 being damn near impossible for mortal free players like me. Gotta say, it was an amazing upgrade from Sigmetal. This suit was part of the items a kind soul was willing to trade for my Archer items, and has served its purpose quite well. With the popularity of master-crafted items rising, I suppose it might be replaced within a year or so to get 2 or 3 more % of maximum critical rate, but that is kind of like a dream only, of which probably none will come true. Oh well. The other orb is a Palladium one I bought shortly after changing back to Wizard. That replaced something similar, except that one didn't have a third slot with critical rate in it. The gloves have a similar story to the suit considering how amazing MCR is. But well, once again, that isn't going to happen anytime soon unless the future updates and events permit it. And of course my free time. With HP Steel being a wizard's best friend in survival, I'm using Vampiric Earrings +9. Once again, the same case as it is with the amulet. Chaos Upgrade will have to wait until it is granted by some event. The bracelets, I believe, are the parts I still haven't changed for years. That is not to say they aren't good enough to keep. I really don't think another 2% critical damage or amp would be worth paying billions for. Still, they give penetration and MCR, so that's all that matters. And the shoes are also Sigmetal grade with full amp, since they cannot have MCR in their slots. Now I do know there are lots of Wizard players who would disapprove of me wearing Sigmetal set, but frankly, unless you're into farming FT3 or a hardcore mission war farmer, I'd say with the right extreme and divine upgrades they provide enough defense for just about anything. The rest depends on HP Steel, merit mastery, and of course most importantly, the player itself. I suppose the fact that I can finish Chaos Arena level 7 with every wave left alive is proof enough for that. My effectors, unsurprisingly enough, are the so-called perfect ones with the highest possible stats. Those really aren't hard to obtain from the agent shop. And to all those freaks who care only about the useless red number under your HP bar, sell your effectors because they don't decrease your attack power. And get a charm instead with +10 seconds of battle mode time. That's about the thing that increases your attack power with the most amount. Okay, let's put that topic to another time. I chose Ember because of the damage reduction bonus, which Wizard really lacks. This Arcana of Chaos was also upgraded during the famous event with the Chaos Safeguards that many European players probably still remember. We all wish we'd done better back then. And so is the talisman, which I still haven't replaced with a talisman of destruction, because honestly I don't think it would be worth doing that with my current set. Now there's that Arcane of Guardian, which actually still belongs to one of my old friends, RTN Shielder, who unfortunately is no longer playing. There's still an Arcane of Laws that is only plus 14 because that is the point where the safeguards run out, which I'm keeping for PvP and in the case that my friend starts the game again, so I can return the Guardian one to him. Speaking of PvP, I've also got a few more items that I like to replace when participating in mission wars. That pair of defensive earrings and the Amulet of Resistance are both from an event a really long time ago, hence the account binding status. And there's a blue bike with 20% critical rate resistance, which I'm probably going to get rid of soon. Between Mastercraft items and Ignore Resist critical rate stat being popular among the players who are considerably stronger than me, it doesn't really make sense keeping it. That is why Wizard can run so fast with Blink. The previous update added 10 more levels to pets, and so my pirate sheep has also started growing up a bit. The normal slots I bought in a seal stone several years ago for the critical rate, and that last slot has gone through 27 selective untraining kits from various events with no luck so far. I'm hoping to get either critical rate or maximum critical rate in that one day. The Covenant and Trust slots are completely random and I'm not planning on changing them anytime soon. Now for the cosmetic items. I'm still wearing the good old pirate costume with the same slots and epic option for years. Some things will never change. Still, I'm glad I bought the 3% MCR capsule back when it was still cheap. Now it would be nearly impossible to find anything like that, even for 10 times the price. Bought a bite costume as well for future upgrades, but that system is still quite new and there aren't really any affordable upgrades on the market right now. But there's a fancy other costume that replaces it. I mean, who wouldn't want to ride a giant chicken instead of some Chinese lion? It was awarded to every member for Back to Basics winning the Guild Video event of 2019. Shame it's going to expire soon. And last but not least, the wing costume, which fortunately you cannot see because wings look so horrible in my opinion. I disabled them about 47 seconds after starting the game with the wings update. Anyway, just about the only reason I have that is because of the all attack up epic converter I applied to it. The slots are random, but it was required to have them before being able to use the converter. So, what else is there? The Overlord levels. Well, recently I reached level 100, so the entire tree is maxed. You can see all the benefits listed on the right side. I must say, Chaos Arena level 7 is an amazing source of XP, so if you're strong enough to farm that and are looking for some level progress, give it a try. Then there is Merit Mastery. Just a week ago I finished maxing every stat that can be expanded to fields. The last one for me was evasion, since Wizard doesn't really have a decent amount of that, so it felt kinda useless trying to compensate for that. And I still think it was, seeing as the things that miss with my amount of evasion would already damage me close to 1 with every hit. Anyway, still got about 30,000 points to get to finish the entire tree, and by that time I expect the new merit system will also reach Europe. As for the honor medal system, I'm currently in the commander grade nearing the end of level 6. Unfortunately, that thing is going really slowly, but then again, I'm not much of a war player. Anyway, the slots in captain grade are the result of random additions, but the other two had a few selective reset scrolls applied to them. Once again, obtained through various events. My goal is to get attack, amp or penetration from most of them, but with a limited amount of selective reset scrolls available, I just keep anything that isn't completely useless like MP or HP regeneration. And we've got the titles left. The displayed one doesn't give any stats. You can unlock that for killing the last boss of a vacant Forbidden Island in hard mode a number of times. The event title is also a result of us winning the guild event this year. Unfortunately, it also expires soon. Otherwise, I'd be using the one for being in a level 12 guild. The PvP title is awarded for reaching honor rank 20. It gives a bunch of resistance stats which are pretty useful even in dungeons. And last but not least, the ability title is given to those whose characters have a combined level of 1400 on the same account and same server. I think that's about the best title unless you've got more than 10,000 runs of some dungeon finished. And last but not least, here's a detailed list of all the stats. I'm not sure what there's to say about that, so I guess just pause the video here if you want to inspect it further. If there's anything I forgot to mention regarding the Gear Showcase and you'd like to know, the comments are open for questions. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and apologies for not uploading anything for such a long time. It's a really busy period for me in life, so I don't have much time to spend on Cabal, let alone work on videos. Hopefully that will change within a few months. Ahoy!